Hi everyone, Amy from Waterfront Graphic Design. Going to talk today a little bit about fonts. What's a good thing for someone who is not a designer to know if you're going to design something, either to put it up on social media, maybe you're going to create a flyer to promote an event. Here's a couple of tips to keep your flyer, let's just say it's a flyer, professional looking and easy to read. So my first tip is use decorative or script fonts, maybe as accents only. What does that mean? So a script font, keep it as the headline only. Don't use it as body copy. Why don't you want it as body copy? It's extremely difficult to read. If you put a script font or a decorative font in smaller point size, like 9 or 10 point, it's very, very difficult to read, hard on the eyes. Certain letters in these fonts can look like other letters. So like a J or can look like an L, in turn potentially changing what the word looks like and changing the meaning of your message can come across very wrong. The second point is watching the kerning in your words. So what is kerning? Kerning is the space that's between the letters in your word. Some fonts automatically have larger spaces between their words, giving a very undesired result. When I post this video, I will put an example of that in the comments so you can see how on a sign or promotional material that you might put together, how it can completely change the result of the design of what you're trying to put across. Next one would be sticking to 1 or 2 fonts in your design. So if you use more than 1 or 2 fonts, it can make the design difficult to read, or the reader doesn't know which item to focus on. It gets a little too crazy, a little too busy. If either one of these things happen, they won't look at your design, and basically it renders your promotional material irrelevant. What's the point of creating it if no one's ever going to look at it? And my final tip for today is don't use light fonts for body copy. A light font would be a font that is very, very thin. It's just plain hard to read, especially at lower point sizes like a 9 or a 10. 9 or 10 point is typically what body copy is on a newspaper or magazine. Since it's hard to read, that will cause eye strain, and your reader will end up putting your piece down and, again, not looking at it. It's rendering it irrelevant. What's the point of creating or putting something out there when people won't even look at it? If you have any questions or if you want any free tips on something that you designed, to say, hey, what do you think of this? Am I on the right track? Feel free to message me and send it over to me. I'd be happy to take a free little eval and give you some advice. Talk to you later. Thanks. Bye-bye.